everyone, welcome back to Three Kids in a Home. I am Tiffany, and today I am continuing with doing my spring decorating outside. I'm in my screen porch today. You all, as you can see, it is a complete mess. It definitely has the after winter blues. We have not been out here. I have been working on my flower bed, as you are going to see in a few, and so I've been tracking dirt all up and through here, but no need to worry. I am going to get it nice and good looking. All right, you all, so before we get into the screen porch, I have been working hard all week on this flower bed. I did used to have just some rocks here with a few pavers and then 3 pots, but we never really dug it out the correct way, and so there were always a bunch of weeds coming through and it looked horrible. So this week I decided I am going to go ahead and dig up all of this grass the proper way, and I have went on ahead and laid some soil in, and hopefully this time around we can get it looking and staying nice. So I'm going on ahead and putting this weed barrier down to prevent weeds from coming through. I did go ahead and get the thicker kind, which costs a little bit more just because I don't want to feel sorry later and regret weeds coming through. I normally would put newspaper or cardboard down instead, but this time I didn't, and you're going to see why in just a little bit. Once I got the weed barrier down and actually began to start planting, I realized I had made a huge mistake. So this is why. So here in North Carolina, we have this really condensed red clay, and it's either really hard, or when it rains it gets really sticky. As you can see, it just all sticks together like a ball. It had been raining for like a week, 3 days prior before I started filming this part of it. So because of this, it's always been really hard for me to grow things in this area, and that was the reason why I had flower pots instead. See how sticky that is? It's like you can form it together like a ball. So I did a whole bunch of research, and I decided to go and get this soil conditioner. This one's called Clay Breaker. It's supposed to over time kind of loosen up the clay and sandy soils that you may have. So I'm going on ahead and I'm amending the soil with that to help it out, as well as the garden soil that I've already added into it. I mentioned before in my previous video, I don't really have much of a green thumb. However, I do like for the yard to look beautiful. So in my research, I wanted to make sure that I found plants that would thrive very well in this clay soil. And so with that, I selected 3 different plants. I found this beautiful gardenia. This one is the Invincibella limetta. I'm also going to be planting some dade lilies as well as some lily turf. All of these plants will do well with the soil, as well as I do get quite a bit of sun in this backyard, and so they are also able to take the heat. And once I plant the plants in the hole, the only thing that I'm doing is just backfilling with a little bit of that clay breaker and also some garden soil. If you are new to my channel, I just want to say welcome to you all. I'm Tiffany, and on this channel you will find all things home decor, cleaning, DIY, and organization. We do have 3 kids and a dog, so in this channel things will be beautiful. However, it will be simple enough to still enjoy. So if you like to see that sort of thing, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. I'd love to have you all. And for all of those who have already subscribed, thank you all so much, and I hope everyone is well. So I continued my planting on into the second day. So here is what everything looks like so far. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add a border around it. I always like to add a border just because to me it just feels like it's easier to maintain when it comes to keeping the grass out of the flower bed. And I just picked this regular plain border up from Lowe's. I didn't want to do anything too fancy. So every once in a while you will see my children in one of my videos, but you have never ever seen my dog in one of my videos. And so because I was working outside, I just kind of let him run around the backyard. It is fenced in. And so he was just having the time of his life. He is 10 years old, but he still has all of the energy of a puppy. Next, I'm just going to go ahead and lay my mulch down. I'm just going to apply this in about 2 to 3 inches of thickness all around the flower bed. I prefer to use the Scott's mulch, the Scott's brand, just because I love the color of the brown and it always does last all year round. And so the very next thing that I'm going to do over the flower bed is just add on this gutter extension to make sure that my water drains out. I will end up cutting a slit in that border there just to make sure that it doesn't pull up. So this is what the flower bed looks like so far. I'm not going to show you the entire view as of yet. You'll see it in the background as I do the screened-in porch, just because I'm doing a complete makeover to my entire extended patio included, but you won't be seeing that yet. And so I want to make sure that I share everything together and how it looks at the very end of the series. So y'all make sure you all are subscribed and have those notification bells turned on so that you will be able to see what everything looks like all together. So now that the flower bed is done, I still had some energy to go ahead and start cleaning off my screen and porch. So the first thing that I'm doing is just clearing everything out and removing this rug. Before I put it into storage, I'm just going to give it a good vacuum just to get rid of all of the dust and everything. After that, I'm going to go ahead and start spraying down my chairs. This set is similar to the one that is on my front porch. I did also get this from Walmart.com and it has lasted me 5 years. It's not torn, it's not faded. I haven't had any issues. This year I will be replacing the cushions, but that is only a matter of preference. By the time I was through with the flower bed and then blowing off this patio, my nose was going crazy. I was sneezing like every 2 seconds, y'all. I had allergies younger, but as I got older, they don't really bother me unless I'm doing work like this. So I probably should have worn a mask in hindsight. Now that I've gotten everything wiped down for the most part, I'm going to go ahead and clean off my patio back here. The first thing that I'm going to do is just wet everything down with plain water. I'm just going to go ahead and spray my siding down as well. We are supposed to be getting it pressure washed this coming up week, you all, but I wanted to help it out a little bit. So in order to get my patio clean, I do not have a pressure washer. In order to get it clean, I actually apply this bleach water solution with my watering can, and then I just go over it with a broom and just kind of scrub everything. As you all can see, my patio is actually uneven. You see how all the water is flowing towards the flower bed. Thankfully, it doesn't actually make its way under there, so I kind of just have to squeegee all of the water back towards the door and redirect it. So while my patio is drying, I'm going to go ahead and just wipe down my glass doors here. Just remove all of the fingerprints and dust that might have stuck to it from the outside. And then that was really all of the energy I had for that day. I wanted to go and enjoy some time with my family. So we are going to pick this up the next day. So here we are. Next day, and I am up bright and early ready to get this patio decorated. So I went and picked up this rug from Target. It is cheaper online, so if you let the cashier know, they will price match it for you. It is by Studio McGee. If you watch my front porch decorate with me, you'll see that I added in pops of yellow. There was also more like a tropical palm rug. So I'm still going to keep with that theme on my back patio, except I'm adding in more neutral bases, and then I'm going to be adding in pops of color. So I'm kind of doing it the opposite way that I did the front, but I'm still sticking with the same color scheme. So for the spring, like I said, I am going to be changing out my cushion colors. So these cushions I did pick up from the at-home store. At home can be on the expensive side, but they did have a buy one get one 50% off sale with all of their outdoor cushions. And then because I just had my birthday, I also used my 20% off coupon, so that was able to bring the price down a little bit. This table actually came with a furniture set that's going to be going on my extended patio. You all will see that next week, hopefully. However, because I have a fire table, I didn't really need it out there, so I decided to add it in here instead. The next thing that I'm going to be adding are these accent tables. I picked them up from Lowe's, and I love them because they also double-edged storage, and you all know that as a family of 5, I love anything that has double function that can have something to store in. You all know I love my $5 throw pillows from Walmart. This green and white one I already had on hand, and then I just added in the yellow ones this year. And every year I always spray all of my furniture as well as my outdoor carpets with this Scotch Guard fabric shield protector. To my table, I'm just going to add this tic-tac-toe board. I bought this at the at-home store a few months ago. The board was originally black, however, I spray painted it. And then I'm just going to add in a faux plant. And then I found these cute little lemon trays in the Target dollar spot. And so again, because I'm going with that yellow accent color, I thought that that would be really cute in this space. And then I'm just going to layer in this citronella candle on top. To my side tables, I'm just going to be adding in these battery operated lanterns. We do have a ceiling fan in here, so it's not necessary for me to hang lights up. However, just for some ambiance, I like to add in these lanterns. I found this at Target, and I'm just going to add this over here to my wall for some greenery. And then over here to this corner, I'm just going to be adding in a plant and another lantern for some additional lighting. You all have seen my trick before where I put in cardboard at the bottom and then just set the plant on top, so that way I don't have to fill up the entire thing with dirt. Alright, so the very last thing that I want to do to my screen and porch is just add some more greenery. So I had these majestic palms that I got from Lowe's, so I'm just going to add them into this planter that I spray painted to go with the color that I'm looking for. And then I'm just going to fill it with some potting soil, and then to help weigh it down some, I'm just going to throw some rocks on top. Alright, once I place them in this corner, I am all done with decorating my screen and porch. As I stated, I will be doing more decorating outside on my extended patio next week, so you all make sure that you subscribe and hit that bell so that you do not miss it. But as always, thank you all so much for watching with me. I hope that you were able to get some inspiration. I hope that you all stay tuned to see the final reveal. I will see you all next week. Be blessed.